This video I'm going to break down PFL Challenger Series Episode 3, and we're going to do a quick recap. I absolutely killed last week, went 4-0 on my bets and prediction. Mixon got that finish. I didn't know his striking would look that good. He's still young. I think he's going to get signed to Bellator, maybe even a shot at Contender Series this season. This kid's got some skill standing. Then Carlos Leal just ran through his opponent. It was a last-minute replacement, but I was still heavy on Leal. And I said in my video the over 1.5 for the Taylor Danilo fight, but I actually switched and went Taylor straight before the event started. And I was almost wrong until that miracle happened, and wow, was that eye disgusting. And man, were they avoiding it on the broadcast. And then the boy Al Sawali just fucking demolished that guy. That knee to the body was devastating. I knew as soon as he got that he was going to get the contract. So now let's start off with episode 3. And I got to be honest with you guys, this might be where my luck starts to run out. Me and betting women's MMA doesn't really get along. I mean, I bet Amanda Nunes last time out. But let's try and survive this week and not destroy the record. So first off, we got Michelle Montague versus Olivia Parker. Parker is a 40-year-old fighting out of Bellator with her last loss coming from Kat Zingano. Only loss was by submissions and most wins by subs. So you got to think she's going to be getting it to the ground here and trying to find the finish there. Then we got her opponent, Michelle. She's going to be the younger, more active fighter. She was actually just over in Russia and Abu Dhabi last year fighting in the amateurs. And this is going to be her first pro debut, which is kind of nerve-wracking. But she's training at American Top Team, so you know she's in there with the best woman out there. And for the bets for this fight, I'm going to be taking Montague straight. This fight might be a lot closer than expected, but I just like Montague in the spot, and if it's available, I think taking her by submission would be a good little spot here. Then the next fight, we got Julia Dorney versus Jeslyn Michelle, and Dorney is going to be 2-0, and I was able to find a bit of tape on her, and she was a very aggressive striker, pushing you back to the cage, and then she just shoots for the takedown, and then stays on top and unleashes that ground and pound. I mean, the shot she does land on the ground, not do much damage, but it's women's MMA, so you take 10 shots to the ground and the ref calls it off. So, you know she's got that in her pocket, and her wrestling seems okay. Then we got her opponent, Jeslyn, and I honestly couldn't find much tape on her. But what I found was she was an actor, which is no help. Most of her amateur fights have went to decision and some submissions, but they were against some next-level bums, like 35, 40-year-olds, people with no wins. Like, it was very questionable. But in this spot, I got Dorney all day. Much to like about her with the wrestling, and I got a play on Dorney for 0.5 of a unit. Next matchup, we got Jackie Cataline versus Evelyn Martins. And starting with Jackie, she's an Olympic wrestler from the United States. She's making her MMA debut. No amateur fights, just going straight to the PFL Challenger Series from the Olympics, which is a little worrying. We got no clue how her stand-up really is. A lot of unknowns about her. She's going to be 30 years old. And then we got her opponent, Evelyn Martins, and she's going to be 19, also training at American Top Team. So you know she's going to be in there with good ladies. Her striking's meh. She's got a lot of to improve on, in my opinion. At 19 years old, your game isn't all that well there, honestly. How I see this fight taking place, if a 30-year-old Olympic wrestler can't take it down a 19-year-old, then I think we got some major problems here. I'm actually heavy on Cataline this week. Just such a skill disadvantage I see here, and how can you not capitalize on it? I'm taking Cataline straight. Then we got our main event, Martina Jindrova versus Jacqueline can't even say it. Fuck it. Starting with Jindrova, her striking is meh. She used to do Muay Thai and went to decision a few times, so she's got the cardio for a 15-minute fight. Jindrova honestly didn't really impress me in the tape. She got taken down quite easily and finished on top, and she didn't really have that much for a get-up game. And then we got her opponent, Jacqueline, and man, Her striking is aggressive. She runs in there with her hands up, throwing leg kicks, but she's just in your face. She pushes a pace well. She's out there sprinting at her opponent in the third round. Very young. She's going to be constantly improving everywhere. She throws those knees when she's in the clinch just beautifully. She's a Muay Thai striker, and you can definitely tell when you see her fight. And when she gets the opponent to the ground, she doesn't chase them. She doesn't chase the finish. She actually lets them get back down and just rinse and repeats the process of sitting you back down on your ass. For my bets, I'm going to be taking Jacqueline. She's going to be the more younger, recently active fighter and going to have the striking advantage. I'm worried about the Jindrova going for the takedowns, but I think Jacqueline can stuff this. I'm not too confident on this matchup, but I got Jacqueline. So, quick recap. I got Michelle Montague money line, and then I got Julia Dorney money line. I got Jackie Catalan money line, and Cataline and Jacqueline Cavalcanti, however you say it. Anyways, that's going to be all for today's video. Thank you guys for subscribing. Good luck today.